Oh, hello there. I'm back with another daily update of the diet. Let's do this. So I weighed myself this morning, and I am currently, well, it's weird. When I first got up at 8 o'clock in the morning, I weighed myself and after using the restroom, and I found myself to be 158.9 pounds, which I was like, oh, I gained a little. I wonder what happened. And then I went to the kitchen, got some water. I went back to sleep until I woke up at like 10. And then I checked how much I weighed again. And I went up to 159.2. So I assume that has to be water weight because that was after I drank the water. But when I went up to check my weight again, I used the restroom and then I checked my weight. And it was 159.5 after using the restroom. So I honestly don't know why it said that. That was really weird. Maybe the scale's glitching out or something, but very odd. I'll just say I'm 158.9 today. Anyways, let's move on to what was eaten. So, in the morning, I had a cup of coffee and 2 Chalk Zero caramel filled squares. It is a keto chocolate with 0 sugar. It uses monk fruit as the sweetener. And palm oil as the caramel. It was pretty good. And then later in the day, I had another square after having those 2 squares of the Chalk Zero, another square of the Chalk Zero caramel, and 1 square of the Chalk Zero peppermint crunch, which is the one I wasn't too crazy about, where it was the Chalk Zero chocolate with the peppermint, like, hard candy crushed in there. Whatever it was, I don't know what it was, but I'm not crazy about that one. But I had it because we have to get through it, and, you know, we have 1 more box left. Then in the middle of the day, I had a Mediterranean dish that included filet mignon, steak, and chopped up cucumber and onion and tomato with citrusy lime squeezed on top, and a salad with a little bit of hummus, not too much, because I think hummus might have some carbs in it, just a little bit. And yeah, that was pretty good. I really enjoyed that. Was it $19 plus the drink, which was $4 good, which was a can of Diet Coke? I wouldn't say it's that great, but it was overall pretty decent, I would say. I was offered the pita bread, but I had to decline because I'm low carb in it right now at the restaurant. Then, when I got home, I had 1 more caramel square before leaving for work. And when I got back, my mom heated some leftover stir fry that we had about 2 nights ago. So that's pretty much what I ate today, along with my vitamins, which included 2 magnesium tablets, 1 multivitamin, 1 calcium pill, 1 vitamin K2 tablet, turmeric tablet, 2 cinnamon tablets, and 1 fish oil tablet. Omega-3 fatty acids. Very important to get that. And oh yeah, I had a Waterloo zero sugar, zero sweetener, zero um, yeah calorie fizzy water, which is basically just a water with a flavoring of lemon and dark raspberry. It was okay. I think my favorite's the apricot and red raspberry flavor. Oh yeah. Oh, it was blueberry, not raspberry. Lemonade blueberry was the flavor. Okay. Any exercise? Well, exercise amounted to a 1 hour walk. Half the hour was spent by myself, walking around the neighborhood, listening to a frequency tuned to 417 hertz. Um, Reason being, apparently, that like is a vibrational frequency that opens your brain up to changing and new experiences. And I thought that's something that I definitely would need. And I thought, well, I could use a little woo-woo sciencing in my life. Let's try it out and see what happens. And the other thing was, the other half hour was with my sister. We were just hanging out and just shooting the breeze and chatting as we were walking. And yeah, that's pretty. Oh yeah, and then of course I went to work today, and just a lot of walking at work as well. And that is the diet portion. Let's get to the daily update. So I woke up at 8 o'clock, used the restroom, checked my weight, got a drink of water, went back to sleep, got back up around 10, used the restroom, checked my weight, was surprised at what I saw. Then I went out into the living room, and I decided to make myself a cup of coffee, get 2 Chalk Zero caramel squares. I went to the den where I was watching a Digital Foundry video about the new Battlefield 6 game and how it performs on various platforms, because I find that platform comparison stuff quite interesting. After watching that, my sister came in, and she was asking about a extension cord for a device to flatten the garden outside. So I found one for her, plugged it in, and once that was ready to go, I remember I was watching a video about what butters are good for you and what butters are bad for you. Basically, Vital Farms and Kerrygold are the gold standard of butter because they're grass-fed and whole butter. And butters that have mixtures of different seed or vegetable oils in them are butters to stay far away from, because the oils are inflammatory and the butter's nutrient value is severely diminished because of the mixture, and the cow not getting the full nutrients of eating grass, like the Kerrygold and the Vital Farms allows their cows to do. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And after that, I got dressed, and my sister let me know that our middle sister was coming over for a visit, and she wanted to know if I was interested in going to the beach pier, and I said I would love to do that, but the problem is that I need to go to work later today, and I don't want to, have the, knowledge of, oh, we need to go back home because I need to be at work, being interfere with our time enjoying the beach. So I had to decline the beach offer. She said that's fair enough. So I got dressed in shorts, I put on some earbuds, I went outside, I walked for a good half hour. Well, I told her what I was going to do. She said she wanted to take a shower, and after I was done with my first half hour, she wanted to know if I wanted to walk with her for the next half hour. I agreed. So I did my little walk. When I got back, I noticed there was some physical ad paper in the front of our house that was sitting there, and I thought, I wonder how that got there. So I grabbed it and I was looking through it outside in the front yard, and I just thought, wow, there's something kind of calming and nostalgic about looking over grocery store deals in these papers. It feels like I'm connecting with a past version of myself. Where when I was younger and I didn't have a smartphone or like iPad or anything, like I don't even have an iPad now or ever, but I'm just saying this as an example. I would always go through the ad space that was delivered to the house's doorstep and just curiously gaze through each and every deal and picture and be like, oh, that looks cool. Ooh, that looks fun. I wonder how that would how that is, and this time was sort of like a echo of that past, strangely relaxing for some reason. There was even coupons for places like Jack in the Box and IHOP, which of course I can't eat at, especially right now since I'm on this whole low carb diet thing, but I would probably keep the IHOP one for later for, making, for like a cheat day. I think that'd be kind of fun because it had a buy one meal, get one meal free. Seemed like a good deal. All right, well, anywho, after looking through that, I went inside, I greeted my sister, we decided to go for our little walk, and we had a pretty good time. I enjoyed it greatly. We were talking about various things from investing to gold to memories about counting steps on walks to school to going, coming up like with like stories about crows and how crows are really smart. And there was one crow that would give like dollars to a guy randomly after he gave the crow food, because the crow was smart enough to realize that money was valuable to him. So yeah, we had a great time. We just talked and shot the breeze, and I really enjoyed my time with my sister. That's for sure. So when we got back, I was getting pretty hungry. She was getting pretty hungry. We were thinking about making something to eat. Then my middle sister arrived. We both greeted her with open arms. And we were chatting, shooting the breeze with her too. And then my mom arrived. And we were all just having a great time as a family. It was awesome. Then of course, my mom called on the phone before she arrived and let us know when she'd be arriving and what possibilities we could do for hanging out together. My sister brought this place, like a plaza area with different locally owned restaurants that we could go and try out. And we all thought that was a really cool idea. So we accepted the offer. So she drove us to this place. And it was really cool. It was like formerly like a place that was like hosted picking oranges, but then they transformed it into a plaza. And we were looking through this area. There was different restaurants, different there was like a gift shop, and it was a really nice location. I really liked it. Like the gift shop had like stuffed turtles and alligators and like little cat what do you call those the dolls that go inside each other? I forget what that's called, but it had that in it. Although they didn't go inside each other, it was just one layer of glass cat. But yeah, they even had a little theater in the gift shop. Like it was like a mini theater for just 4 people. Like it was just a room with a big TV screen where all the walls were painted black, and it was basically people recounting the history of the location and the different stories behind it, which I thought was really cool and a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. Then we were just perusing around the area, trying to find a place to eat at that me and my mom could eat at because of our diet. And most of the places were like carb city. There was like a donut shop. There was like a ice cream stick shop where like you get an ice cream on a stick and you can have it customize it however you want. Like there was like Indian food. There was fish and chips. There was just different location after different location. Ultimately, my two sisters went to get fish and chips, and me and my mom went to get Mediterranean food. We got steak kebab with a little bit of hummus, and we all ate together, and it was a pretty good meal, I would say. And we, my sister got into a depth talking about why she enjoyed the movie Sinners so much, and yeah, she was just talking about how like it was like a film that like was so like had so much depth behind its story and how it was written and how each conscious decision in the story was super substantial and ultimately it was painting a message about generational trauma and learning that having a short but full life is better than having a endless but meaningless life. And it was she got really into it. I was pretty impressed with her ability to take this story and break it down in a way where she just knew exactly what she liked about it. And yeah, it was cool to see. I really enjoyed it. I think my sister should become like a movie reviewer or official movie reviewer, but her career is in the arts. But maybe it could be a side gig because she seems like she's really passionate about expressing her feelings on movies and entertainment. And I think that like creating an online community centered around that would be like some cool like a cool idea, like a cool way to branch out, I suppose. But that's just my idea. Anyways, after our long and in-depth discussion of the film and among other topics we talked about, we decided to peruse a little bit more around the area until eventually we left because it was getting late and I needed to be at work. So we went off home. And this is a funny story. My sister had her GPS set probably for her own home residence, not ours. So, like, I knew it only took us like a half hour to get, like, home. I mean, not get home, but get to the area we went to. But I noticed that on the GPS, the tracker said like an hour and 15 minutes away from destination. I'm like, what? It took us an hour and 15 minutes to get there? Oh no, probably gonna have to call my boss in a few minutes or let him know I'm gonna be a little late. Like, I was like freaking out internally, but I don't want to say anything because I everyone was talking about other things, and but at the same time, like, it didn't seem right because I'm like, wait a minute, like, why did it take us such a short time to get here, but now it's taking such a long time to get back? That doesn't make any sense. And lo and behold, I realized that it didn't make sense when we finally reached familiar landmarks that told me, we're the GPS must have been for where my sister lives, not for where me and my mom and my other sister lived. So that was a relief to see that, and I'm glad I saw that for sure. Because I was about to like say something like if it took a little too long, but yeah, it was just a misunderstanding. So we arrived home. My mom needed to leave for work. I needed to get dressed, and I got a cup of coffee. I got everything on, and I said goodbye to my sisters, and I love them, and that I left. But here's the problem. I went in my car. When I started the car, it wouldn't start no matter how many times I turned the key. It just would go, you know, the sound that a car makes when it's trying to start. And so I was like, oh no. And then the oil symbol came on as I was trying to turn the car on. And that right there kind of told me, I probably need to do something about the oil. Then my sister came out to check to see what was going on, my youngest sister, and she offered me a ride. So I was like, yes, please. So she and then my middle sister came in the car, and we all left so she could take me to work, which was very nice of her. I really appreciated that. And yeah, my middle sister was telling me about a auto shop to go to get a good deal on the vehicle. So I was like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm definitely gonna, as soon as I wake up tomorrow, as soon as the insurance company I get is available, gotta call them, gonna have my car towed to the location, get it diagnosed, get it checked on, and hopefully get it fixed so it won't have any more issues. And I was told by my sister that for oil refills and repairs like that, like they're super cheap. So yeah, I'm hoping she's right, because I don't want to break the bank. But yeah, then I arrived at work, and it was a 4-hour shift from 6 to 10. And yeah, the first hour was out on lot, although I spent like the first 20 minutes bagging for the customers, which was pretty good. Then I went out on lot to clear it. Then afterwards, I was on sweeps for the next hour. So I would be sweeping the floors. Yeah. And as soon as I was done sweeping, I switched over to, and I punched all my sweeps in. I switched over to doing a lot for the last 2 hours of my shift. And as I was doing those last 2 hours, I would be going into the store, doing some closing chores by wiping check stand 5, 1, and 2, and then bagging for the customers. And I'd just be, bagging, wiping, going out, clearing a lot, doing that for the last 2 hours, basically. And when that was done, I punched out. I said goodbye to my manager, and he told me that he noticed that, like, I said, I think he said, like, how's the diet going? I'm like, oh, it's going great. I only ate 1 meal today. He said, 1 meal? That's not enough. You should be eating, like, thousands of meals and also working out to get those pounds out. I'm like, well, that's what I'm doing. It's like, gotta move around. You can't just be doing this all the time on the phone. And I'm like, man, yeah, you're right. So, I think I should probably do something like a 15-minute jog tomorrow. Yeah, that would be a good idea. A little cardio would really start melting those pounds and putting my energy to good use. But anyways, I went out. I said goodnight to my manager and my coworker, and my sister was waiting. She was driving us home. We were chatting. She dropped me off. She went to the gym. I went into the house, and then me and my mom were chatting for a while. Pretty interesting conversation. And afterwards, I said I was getting tired. I'm going to take my vitamins and brush my teeth. She's like, all right. So I did that. Then I said goodnight to her. I love her. And then after that, I turned on this camera, and here's the video. So that's pretty much how the day went. And overall, I would say it was a pretty good day. I enjoyed my time with my family. I enjoyed going to this plaza location. It was a really fun experience that I didn't think I would experience, but I'm glad I did. And yeah, it's good to get some positive encouragement from your manager on really pumping up and getting those gains. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, I think it all started with like a high five and then me saying, "Ooh, that's like a firecracker." It's like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, it's because it's like when you clap really hard, it's like your hand feels like sparks are going off. That doesn't make any sense. I'm like, made sense to me. But anyways, so that's pretty much the day. I have the next 2 days off, so I'm definitely going to get that car thing settled first thing in the morning. And then after that's all said and done, I probably should get that Verizon thing dealt with at the same time, or during the whole car fixer-upper thing. And yeah, other than that, well, we'll see how the rest of the day goes. I should put at least an hour of work into my Brain Jam YouTube channel. That would be a good idea. Build into my future and all. I would, work towards it even a little bit, at least half an hour, something. But yeah, kind of rambling on now. I'm gonna go. You guys have a great rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.